Hi ladies, welcome into Victorian Cowgirl Posh in Sedona, Arizona. I'm Jessica and I have the big batch of my fall arrivals of shoes and boots, so I'm excited to talk to you about those today. You've seen some already, right? And we've seen some great colors, we've seen some great art. We're going to see all different heel heights today, we're going to see all different colors again today and lots of different textures. So let me jump in because there are a lot to talk about. Now this one you may have noticed in some of our different posts recently, at least some of the still photos on Facebook. We have what's called the Glisten, and she has velvet with embroidery and sequin, and then there's metallic printed down on the suede down on the bottom. This is a little bit higher heel, and so I know it's not going to be for everybody, but girls, this was just too good. I couldn't not bring it in. We zip in and out of the majority of these boots, so I'm not going to bring that one up over and over because that's how a lot of our l'artiste boots. So l'artiste, 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 and then we get into more of the spring step selections and patrizia selections that are all in the same family, right? They're all in the spring step family, but just get some different looks and feels with each of them. Okay, so this one is another phenomenal boot, and we get a lot of different textures. Again, we get the studs, we get what looks like a tooled leather, we get a textured fabric there, and this is going to fit more like a snip toe boot from a cowgirl line. A lot more Western inspired boots showing up in their line, and I just love it because Victorian Cowgirl Posh, right? We need some cowgirl looks in the store. Now the boot that I've got on today, one of my absolute favorites, does have a little bit of a heel, but keep in mind that you're also getting lifted up in the front on this one as well. But look at the gorgeous detailing. So leather that's been tooled, leather that's been tooled, and then the pieces in between look more muted, like they don't look as saturated because that's the softer section. So again, talking about those different textures that we do. And then of course this one has this little layer of, I think that's tulle or something. It's a fabric. It's not a lace that they've done this time, but I just love that little ruffle at the top as well. We're just going to keep moving back and forth through this. Our Kisha Boss boot. We have had this in the past in a black color tone. Oops, almost lost her. And then it was, all different colors in here. Well, look at this gorgeous plum color. And I love how the light tan in the leather portion just really jumps out. You get some metallics that come through on the upper. Of course, they've done a cool strap here. Now, some of these, you are seeing ties, right? So yes, you untie it once, you get it tied to your leg proportions, and then you should be done. This strap that comes over the top actually does buckle, so you have a little bit of adjustment there as well. Now, this girl, this one was getting rave reviews in the store this past week. So she's got some gorgeous, almost mustard tones, kind of camel-y brown colored though too, in the leather. A little bit of a wingtip feel when you have those perforations in the leather down there and how that's been styled. Some cool, it almost looks floral with the leather that they've curled and just accented on the side. And then of course they've printed some floral coming through there on the black portion. So those really contrast well, and it's just a gorgeous booty. Going back to a tall style, this one is from the Spring Step group specifically, and we've got a little bit of faux fur lining that comes in this one. I love that this one, this is for people like me who are, a little bit thicker in the calves. We've got a little bit of adjustment there. So this one is strictly to just give us a little more room in the calves. And then this one is the functional one that gets us in and out. Now this is also Artex. So that means this is an imitation leather, but they have specifically treated it. See if they tell us the details of it here. They don't, but water resistance is the main thing that they're focused on there. So we feel comfortable wearing that in lots of different types of leather. And then they've got that cool brown accent that they've wrapped around or given it a wraparound look, even though they've broken it up under the zipper. Now moving on to this little cutie. Love the color. I love my warm, rich, caramely browns. So she's got a nice, comfortable toe box, rounded toe. We've got just a very light imitation fur lining inside, but this upper has just a really cool look to it because it's totally a suede fabric. And you would have thought by looking at it that it was suede, that it was leather, but this one, nope, we can look at it, all man-made materials in this one. Again, just a little bit of a heel height on that one, little bit of lift in front too. A lot of these are having good lugged soles too, so you're gonna have some grip even in a little bit of slick conditions. What do you think of this one? This one was another one that just really jumped out to me, especially when I was hearing that denim was gonna be on trend for fall. But truly, at least in this area, denim is always on trend, right? And so with this one, having the denim fabric there and touched in the heels as well, mixed in with that smooth leather, and then they've done, as L'artiste does, some hand painting and things like that with this girl. Oh, I think she just turned out great, and I think that's going to be one that you're going to be able to use so much in different outfits for quite a while. Now, this green one, Deborah and I keep, trying to figure this out. Did we do this one before in the video or not? So just in case we didn't, I wanted to make sure to introduce her because she is a cutie as well. She's got good grippers on the sole. This one is from the Spring Step group specifically. Now this one you're seeing two zippers. Those ones both can be functional to get in and out. Usually you just have one that's going to be functional that way. You also have the tie, so that's a really nice grouping to be able to make sure that comfort is there too, especially for you girls with higher insteps. Sometimes it's harder for you to get in and out of shoes. But yeah, just all forest green with a little bit of darker tone that comes into play in a couple of areas. Now we're going to get just a little bit dressier, and I'm just going to grab two at a time here because we're probably running out of time in our video. Cute little dressy pointed toe option from the Patrizia line, and then we've got an all classic loafer from the Patrizia line. Doing those both for your classic styling outfits and just dressing up a little bit. Zipper to get in and out of that one, but I thought that one is just going to be really pretty styling for some of our dressier outfits. And then there's this one. I'm excited about these little girls too. Little cactus felted wool house shoes, truly. So we've got hard soles on this, whether you're inside, outside wearing those around, you get comfort. That's from the Flexus portion of the line, actually. So really cool designs on that one. We've seen this before. We had the mama bears in the store and we had the pets in the store. But I'm just such a cactus and succulent fan, so I couldn't help but bring these in. What do you have for questions, ladies? What do you think of these? Put some comments, put some likes, put some messages on Facebook for me, and I'll get back to you. And maybe these are some of your next favorite shoes. Thank you so much for your time today.